Welcome back, adventurers, once again to Let's Play Biohazard 3 Real Survival. In the last episode, we managed to get away from the downtown area on our way to the clock tower, but unfortunately we were ambushed yet again by the Nemesis, and we were in no position to deal with him. But at the 11th hour, Mikhail Victor, Lieutenant of the UBCS, sacrificed himself in order to save Jill and Carlos, and to ultimately help us escape to the clock tower. But unfortunately, while we did manage to arrive, the clock tower is far from being danger-free. We did get a map in the main hall, which is going to be very useful. We still have a few areas yeah, we definitely have a few areas here where we're going to have to be careful. We're going to need to be extra careful. Appears to be some sort of balcony on the second floor. And the third floor is pretty much the top of the clock tower. Now there are herbs outside, but getting to them is going to be no small task. And unfortunately, none of the other UBCS platoon members who managed to get to the clock tower survived for much longer. Yeah, going to store some items back in the chapel for now. Yeah, this area is not safe. Not safe at all. Going to store the mine throw away. And of course we have to load the flame rounds ourselves, so I'm going to do that in order to get some inventory space. Switch back to the shotgun for now. Get that first aid spray. And then I'm probably going to risk the birds. But not before I get the first aid spray. And this is some very, very ominous music. Upstairs just yet. Jill automatically puts the spray in the box. Nice. Now if there are any herbs outside, you need to find them ASAP. Crows. Oh! I want to die to the crows. Oh. Pick up these herbs as quickly as possible. Had to use one of them. Would rather use one than the other. Oh. No! Injured again. Darn it. I am thoroughly sucking at this. Should have ran the other way, but oh well. Oh well. Too busy concentrating on the birds. My word. Yeah, we are just going through healing items like no one's business. And unfortunately, I sincerely doubt that we're going to be seeing any further healing items anytime soon. Yeah, that was definitely very poor judgment on my part. But I had to risk it, and unfortunately the risk did not pay off. Those for the time being. Red herbs. Rhinos, probably a good idea to keep them on me, just in case. Anything else that's worth having? Probably not. We're off to a fantastic start. We can do this. Back in familiar biohazard territory. Is there something over here? I wonder. A plant in the urn, but there is this over here.
What?
Seems to be an old music box. How very ornate. And on we go through this door here, to the other side of the clock tower. course there'd be zombies. Oh, and there's more. That did not finish you off. That's bad. That is very bad. There's nothing suspicious here. There is a small table. Art picture postcard. A picture postcard of antique clocks. The following verse is printed. Give your soul to the goddess. Put your hands together to pray before her. That's rather macabre and disturbing. And lo and behold, is an ink ribbon. We will not take it. It is actually fairly useful. Oh! I did not see you. I wasn't paying attention. I did not pay attention in the slightest. I was not. That is irritating to no end. However, we have grenade rounds, and going to save the flame rounds for now. It's locked. The god of time is etched under the keyhole. Now hell with it. Using a herb. Zombies everywhere. And another safe haven. It's a nice, quiet room. Jill has nothing to say about the chess piece in the slightest. Oh, the chessboard in the slightest. And there is a typewriter here. And strangely enough, there doesn't actually appear to be anything in this room whatsoever. You'd think something would be left in this rather ornate place. But alas, there is nothing to be found whatsoever. Anyway, onto this room. And that's not good. But you know what? getting these because we're about to make something very interesting. And you know what? I'm actually going to go back into the other room, put some stuff in here for the moment, and then be right back. Um, put the shotgun in here for now. I will be back for it. Because I'm not missing out on this chance. There we go. Haha. And those we had the flame rounds, which are apparently filled with napalm gel, surprisingly enough. But most importantly, we finally have freeze rounds, which acid rounds would be very useful, but in this instance, freeze rounds are going to be essential because these are grenade rounds filled with liquid nitrogen. Ho ho! Oh, that is going to be a good haul. Oh, there is something over there. This key over here. Now, of course, this is where part of the cable car went into. But believe it or not, there is actually no reason for us to be here. I think we've pretty much got everything. We examined the key. It's a key ornamented with a clock part, the bezel key. Back through we go, and then we're going to pick up the shotgun. No, I said I wanted the shotgun. Give me that. And this door is still locked, it seems. Which means that our only way forward is going to be upstairs. Because we can't go through that door. So without further ado, let's head upstairs. But of course, there is going to be danger. Of course there are going to be danger. Spiders. Oh my word. Keep running. Lanced another explosive there. Oh, when we are outside yet again. Luckily the crows don't seem to be flying around all over the place. That is good. But there is something here. Will you push the switch? Wow, that is blinding. But apparently that alone is not going to be enough to signal the helicopter. Oh, can it be? Oh! More red herbs. Got lots and lots of red herbs everywhere. There is a keyhole on the ornamental copper plate. Luckily, we can use the basil key on this. Right. And that was all the basil key was used for. So let's get rid of it. Oh, and as much as it pains me, can't take the herbs right now. Just yet anyway. But now we can climb to the very top of the clock tower. Which apparently also appears to be a storage room. There is a silver gear on this particular shelf. Let's examine it. See if we can find anything noteworthy. A beautiful gear made of silver. That's apparently all about it. A music box with elaborate ornamentation. There were switches marked from A to F. We're not going to do that right now, just at the moment. We're still going to explore around. This appears to be the inner workings of the clock tower. Some well-maintained old machinery, not oil machinery. There is something on this cabinet here. Believe it or not, these are mine throw rounds, which are going to be extremely useless to us because we're not going to use it at all. There's the proverbial item box. And there is something over here. A beautifully ornamented gadget. Does this remind you of anything, adventurers? Well, it should if you've ventured through Biohazard 2. Remember the fact that there was a clock tower at the RPD precinct. Well, we're going to have to fix the machinery in order to get the clock tower to ring. Unfortunately, the silver gear alone is not going to work. Not in the slightest. So we're going to put the gear here for the time being, and now we're actually going to have a look at that music box. Although before we do that, is there anything else that can be said about this machinery? Probably not. No, there isn't. I must say this is a very elaborate music box, but and we've heard that melody before from the music box downstairs. I wonder what happens when we end. No. Oh, we have to go through this again. My apologies. And let's see what happens if we keep them in the order that they're in. Ah, that's not good. Looks like some of them are in place. Yeah, this is a music puzzle. Yeah, so if you couldn't already tell, some of these switches are pretty much out of order. Yeah, probably should have played the whole thing anyway. Yeah, some of those are definitely out of tune there. So basically, we have to make sure that the puzzle is in tune, and we've already got the solution to the puzzle because we've heard it both downstairs and here. Puzzle that literally gives you the solution right off the bat. And it's a very good thing that I studied music, and also I have really good hearing. So we want switch A to remain the same. down, that's good. On to switch C. It's fairly obvious which ones are out of tune, but at least it gives you a chance to hear them beforehand. I believe E and F are the ones that are out of tune. There we go. Now if we play them all now, they'll be in complete and total harmony. A very simplistic puzzle for such an elaborate design. There we go. The puzzle has been solved. Building a secret compartment. Giving us this, the Chronos chain. Very interesting item. If we examine it, a chain made to adorn a god of time. Not just a god, the god. My mythology is correct. There's a small screw hole near the ornament. Yeah. This cannot be used as a key on its own, but neither can the winder key. So what we're going to do is, well, I'm probably doing this a bit early, but I don't care because a lot of people would probably figure it out anyway, is the fact that these keys are actually in two halves. We combine them together, we get the Chronos key. To adorn the god of time whose namesake that is. And there is an ink ribbon here, which, believe it or not, we're going to use right now to save. No, I've been saving rather copiously since this whole thing began, but, well, why not? Saving in the machinery room of the clock tower. And that is going to be it for this episode of Let's Play Biohazard 3 Real Survival. And when we return, we'll head back downstairs to the first floor and unlock the Door of Time. As always, until next we meet.